Hi, this is Tom from Hoffner Nursery. We're here today to start a landscaping project. This is going to be a backyard that includes pavers, landscaping, irrigation repairs and revamps, as well as laying some foundational work for a future lighting project that this customer is going to do. We're going to take everybody from the beginning to the end, show you how we do this. Should be interesting for you if you're thinking about doing work with us in the future. So everybody sit back and enjoy the ride. The first step of this project is removing the patio that the customer tried to build. Obviously we wanted to spend time out here with this beautiful lake view, but the patio didn't quite meet their expectations. What we're going to do is pick this up, put it on pallets so we can come in with the bobcat and get it out of the way. We're going to bring in some fill to bring the patio level up where it should be, crushed concrete for a base for our new paver patio. We've got to get sod cutters back here and get this sod cut out for the walkway and the second patio. As soon as Julio gets us on pallets, we're going to get it out of here and then go on to step number 2. Alright, now that we got all the pavers picked up, put them on pallets, got one of them out of here with the bobcat, the other one set to the side so we can use it a little while. We're going to go ahead and lay out the shape of this paver patio with marking paint. This really helps the guys in cutting out the sod and knowing exactly where this patio is going to sit in this landscape design. Alright, here we are after we've brought in all of the concrete fines. We're up to about 20,000 pounds of fines at this point. But what that does is give us just a very, very solid base for these paver patios. We tend to build our patios like a lot of people build driveways, so these are truly lifelong investments. We're leveled, we've got a grade cut in, we've got about 4 inches of scope in this patio so that water's going to drain away from the house no matter how hard that it rains. We've got our second patio out there, it's pretty darn close to level, but it's not quite ready for brick. We're going to leave our sidewalk open now so we can get the bobcat on both sides. We've got to put some big trees in here when we start landscaping, but we're ready now to start installing pavers. As we're starting to wrap up the first day on this new job site, I wanted to address the logistics of a large landscaping project. As you can see, the bobcat's been in and out of this yard countless times today, and it's created some what look like pretty ominous ruts. Real world is we're going to fix this in the end, and you'll never know we were in and out of here after about 2 weeks after we're gone and the new sod takes hold. But the reason we don't let this bother us is so much labor is saved by this machine coming and going from your yard. What we've done in 1 day today, without that machine would have taken 4 to 5 men 2 or 3 days to do. So in the real world, these ruts aren't a big expense and they're factored into everything that we do because it saves the homeowner hours and hours and hours of labor, which in the end makes this whole project more affordable for you.
Hey guys, I am Jonathan. I'm Tom's son. I'm the guy you'll mostly be dealing with when once we start these big projects at your house. I just wanted to bring you here at the end of the second day, kind of show you what we've accomplished so far. If you take a look here behind me, you'll see the patio really starting to take shape and come together here. It's really looking nice. And this just gives you a kind of an idea of what to expect from day to day as you go through a project with us here at Hoffner Nursery.
Alright, we've brought our queen palms in and got them installed. I think if you notice they're both sitting a little high in the ground. That's because we're bringing some fill dirt back here. That brings me to a logistical issue, and I think one of the most important aspects of coming to Hoffner Nursery and landscaping for your landscape projects. We're not a company who just does landscaping. We do landscaping and pavers and grading and drainage and irrigation, and it's all done in-house. We subcontract nothing out. So when we raised this patio and we got it to the proper height and we got it to the proper scope for drainage, you know, we're sitting 6 inches higher than the yard out here, and that's going to require fill. Well, I factored that in from the original design from the very beginning. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring some fill dirt in here and give us a nice grade. It'll get the trees where they're supposed to be as far as how deep they are sitting in the ground before we do our landscaping. This is really important because now you don't just have somebody installing pavers and then leaving. we figured that we need this dirt. We know that, and we've already brought it, and we're going to get it installed so that in the end it's one less thing for you to worry about, having multiple companies coming in and accomplishing these projects for you. So I think that's a really important aspect, that we take care of everything from beginning to end. It's all done in-house with no subcontractors, and it makes your life simple and your life easy and enjoyable when you're spending a lot of money. All right, we're coming to the last day of this landscaping project. All of our plant material and trees have been installed. We just got our 2 tababuliyas in. We are getting ready to mulch this. Once it's all mulched, we're going to have some touch-up work to do with sod. We've got to repair our trenches where the bobcat came in and out. But getting really close to finishing this up. A little bit of irrigation work we may have to do first thing in the morning to make sure the irrigation's working properly. But at this point, we've pretty much got this project wrapped up. Well, we've come a long way in the last week and a half. We started with the backyard with very little usable space, and I think we've created an area that this homeowner is going to spend a lot of time in, as well as put him in a position to really enjoy this lake view. Our whole goal here was usable space, and then to extend the season out that this area was used. We've added quite a few queen palms that a year from now we're going to be much bigger and fuller, creating a lot of shade. We've actually come out on the property lines on our east and west sides of the property and added some crepe myrtles that are going to give us shade during the heat of the season. And then our choices for plant material, the whole goal in here was not to create a lot of maintenance. We've used stuff that's not going to get real big, and plant material that is not susceptible to disease and insect problems. So I think we've created a beautiful backyard that is going to be low maintenance and easy to take care of and not have a lot of bug problems. Over here we've used an awesome plant. This is Podocarpus. This is a nice hedge for smaller yards because we can keep it very narrow. We can have a 12-inch thick hedge and grow that hedge, 6, 12, 14 feet tall, and create a tremendous amount of privacy but not take up a lot of space. These are 15 gallons. They're a little costly, but they're definitely worth the price because we're literally buying about 2 years worth of growth here versus a 3-gallon plant. We use crepe myrtles. This is pink and lavender. The lavender is going to get a little bit bigger than the pink, so we'll have our landscaping staggered down to the back of the yard. But they're on the east and west property line, so what that's going to do is help us again with throwing some shade on this yard when these trees are mature. They're going to get in the mid-20s to maybe even 30-foot tall, and down the road they're going to cast shade onto this patio and give us a place where we can spend time even when it's hot outside.